Hello everyone, so I'm back the day before Thanksgiving with yet another quick video showing you one of my clients that I actually did today. She wanted to come in to get a color. This will be her first color getting professionally done in a salon, and also this will be her first press since 2017. So we have a lot of firsts today. So let's get started. First things first, she's starting off with a level 2 hair, which is like a dark brown. And because she's natural and wears her hair natural all the time, she doesn't put any heat in it. It was slightly tangled, but I just kind of used my comb, just the end, just to part her hair to start a guideline. And then I used my fingers to finger detangle. And then I took the hair in sections and just took the paddle brush and worked my way from the ends all the way up into the roots. And I did this all over before I even started to prep for the color. So now her hair is mostly detangled and it's parted in 4 sections. And I'm going to show you guys how I mix the color. Oh, I'm losing my voice. So anyway, I'm going in with the Schwarzkopf Blondie powder as always and the 20 volume developer. I'm going to use some gloves. You want to make sure that you have some mesh sheets, a comb, a bowl of course, a brush, and a whisk. So now I'm just opening up my Schwarzkopf Blondie powder and I'm going to put about 2 scoops of this in, and then I'm just going to eyeball the developer that I put in. You want to just make sure it's the consistency of whipped cream or a little bit thicker than that, not too thick and not too watery. I never measure when I mix my color. I know that's terrible, but when I was taught, it was kind of like a hood school and my teacher never measured, so that's how I was brought up, and that's just what works for me. So yeah, do what works for you guys. So now I'm just whisking my life away, making sure that everything is nice and smooth and creamy. And then once that's done, I'm going to start applying this to the back right section of her head. Disclaimer, I'm just doing some different techniques for YouTube strictly, guys. I typically don't ever do this method when I'm coloring hair, but I figured because I'm trying to post different content and try different things, why not try them out on my channel and let's see if they work together. So here, because she's natural and her hair is curly and kind of thick, I'm just grabbing a section and using my hand kind of like a balayage board, and I'm pressing that lightener all the way through, and I'm going to go over it about maybe 4 or 5 times, just making sure to press it and go back and forth to make sure that all of the strands are saturated. Now my client did request a brown / grown out root. The video that she showed me, the girl had about 2 inches that was brown and the rest of it was a coppery color. So we're just going to mimic that video and give her what she wants. Now for this specific process, the only time that I'm going to use mesh sheets is when I'm just trying to make sure that the bleach doesn't touch her undercut and also her clothing. So the only time I put mesh sheets on this is on the very first part, which is always on the bottom. So the bottom left, right, and the bottom side to side, if that makes sense. So now I make sure that I detangle every section before I go, just because her hair is really curly and I want to make sure that I can get through this hair as much as possible. And then I'm just going to do the same exact thing that I did for the first section and work all the way up this back section. So whenever I'm doing color, I typically like to have a towel or two nearby. This one is a bleach proof towel that I got off of Amazon maybe 4 years ago when I opened. I can't remember the name. And I just like to wipe off my gloves in between each section so that way I can make sure that I'm not accidentally bleaching any parts of her hair that aren't supposed to be bleached. Now here I am just using a clean paddle brush, and I'm going to start doing the same thing to this section. I'm not going in with the first paddle brush because, as you can see, it has lightener on it, and that would be a no-go. So I have about maybe 7 of these same exact brushes, and I'm just going to use a different brush for each section to make sure nothing gets bleached. I don't want to bore you guys or talk too much, guys. You know how I am. I'm straight to the point, so I'm just going to do the same thing for all 4 sections. I did the back right, back left, and then I'm going to do the front left, front right. Same exact technique all the way up. And this is how your lightener should look when you're all done. So what I'm going to do when I take her to the bowl is rinse out the back right section, back left, then the front left section, front right. I'm going to rinse it out how I put it in so that way I can make sure everything is the same exact color. And while I rinse out the back, sometimes I let the front sit for another 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure everything is nice and even and it's not too light in the back and too dark in the front. So now I'm actually mixing her color before I put it on. So now at this point she's rinsed off, and I'm just showing you guys what I'm going to put on her hair to get her final color. So I'm going in with Rust 9.34 GC, I believe it is off the top of my head, and Rust 7.4 C, which is a copper, and just putting a little dab of that copper in, what you see here. And then I'm going to mix this with a 10 volume because she's light enough to my liking, and I don't want to lift her hair anymore because we're going for a coppery color, nothing too bright. I'm just going to mix this, guys, and then I'm going to apply this to her hair. And on the left side, you're going to see me mix a Rust. It's the shade 2, which is the darkest brown. And I'm just going to use that with the 10 volume also and hit her eyebrow, because when she was actually sitting at the bowl, she fell asleep, and the bleach in the front actually was touching her eyebrows. So when I went to go remove them, she had like a light patch on her brow. So we're going to get rid of that. And there was also a light patch in the front on the same exact side where she fell asleep, where she was kind of leaning on the mesh sheets. So I'm just hitting her roots in that spot in her brow. Those are the only 2 spots. I don't think I show this on camera, but I was honestly in the zone today trying to get these clients out so I can go get my food started for tomorrow, honey. So this is the before color before I put the final color in. And I mean, she's cute. I'm feeling it. She's like a blonde / honey brown color, but she just wanted to be more copper. So that's why I'm going in with the second color, just to make sure it's the color that she wanted exactly. So we could have left her like this, but she wanted copper, and I wanted to do the copper too, to be honest. So let's get it done. So I'm just going to apply this copper everywhere that I lighten. It doesn't matter if I hit the roots, to be completely honest with you. So if you see me being a little messy, that's just because I'm over here freestyling with my bare hands. Like, I'm over here just living the life. So I'm just going in doing me, and I'm just going to put this all over. It's not going to kill her if it gets on her dark spots, as long as I make sure, you know, keep it clean still and professional, guys. So I'm going to put this all over, and then you will see the final color soon. Same thing, Now I'm just going in with the 7.4C mixed with the 9.34 GC, I believe it is. And I'm just doing the same thing with the mesh sheets, making sure that that doesn't touch the back of her undercut. And now that I'm finished, I'm gonna put her in a shower cap and stick her under the dryer on warm for about 10 minutes. And this is the final result, guys. So as you can see, nothing too drastic or too major from the first color. It's just a nice copper color, which I think is perfect for the fall time. So if you're feeling this and you want to see more hair color videos, let your girl know. And I will be back to see you soon. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button.